What's up, hunters? How's it going? Today's video is going to be a different kind of video, and the metal detector that I'll be bringing to this table over here will revolutionize the metal detection and treasure hunting world. From the cutting edge PCB to the V35 active sensing unit, the Quantum VX900 is here to eliminate all doubts and redefine exploration and professional detection. The first thing we're going to be met with is the iconic Vertex detector bag with its sleek black and red combo design. We're going to go ahead and open it up and get cracking into this beast. So first things first, I'd like to point out that there is this waterproof pinpointer, which is highly accurate. So when your metal detector detects something, this bad boy will come in handy. And to have it on you at all times, you got the comfortable strap carrying bag, which it goes right in to here. And the second thing that we can strap onto the carrying bag is this long-range RSPU, and if you want to know more about it, make sure to check out our other video where we speak about it in great detail. And as you can see, that's how it looks like. Then we're going to move on to the high-definition headphones, which, as we all know, are an absolute pleasure to have on the ears. These will ensure an isolated and more precise treasure hunt. And right over in this pouch over here, we have the attachables for the RSPU, which we're going to put aside, with the fixing screw that puts the main unit and the searching coils together. And also you have the user manual with the warranty that you can scan the QR code on to get more information through the official website. And right under it, we have the multi-head charging kit, which works for different regions. As you can see, you have the adapter and another charging head, as well as the cable over here. And you know that I have saved the best for last, the dessert and the beast, the Quantum VX900. Now, this bad boy comes in with its own attachable battery, which, hold on a minute, lasts 6 continuous hours of professional search hunting time, and it takes half of that to charge. Wait, you thought I was done with the main unit? We still have so much to cover, but I need to clear the table. So we're going to go over the 3 search coils, and the first one is going to be the V10 search coil, which specializes in detecting gold nuggets and coins. And for the second search coil, we've got the V25, which specializes in detecting deep treasures and relics. Now, I just want you to check out how smooth, how sleek this design is. You are going to be treasure hunting in style. Now, I'm going to need a drum roll here, please, because I am about to unveil the one and only search coil, the groundbreaking, the world record breaking search coil, if I may add, the V35 active sensing unit, everyone. Check this thing out. This thing is an absolute beast in detecting cavities, artifacts, and all types of metals. It is the spaceship of treasure hunting. So now that we've got the introductions out of the way, let's get on a first name basis with the Quantum VX900. Now, on a first touch, you'll realize how lightweight this metal detector is. Now, at the top of the shaft, we'll see the comfortable cushioning and the brain of the operation, the main unit. And right over here, we have the control box, and we cannot forget about the sleek design that follows right through. And the plastic that's been used to manufacture this metal detector is PC-ABS with an overmold of TPE used for the grip and the sun shadow. And at the bottom of the shaft, we'll have the extendable carbon fiber arm, which will ensure the best calibration for your height. But all of the search coils around me use VLF technology, and as well, the control box will help you control each search coil individually depending on which one you have plugged in to the metal detector. Now, I can't tell you that the Quantum VX900 is here to eliminate all doubts without showing you the beating heart of this metal detector. Now, here at Vertex Detectors, we have used the most advanced technologies to ensure the longest search hunt time with absolutely no loss of performance. The first search coil that we're going to talk about is the V10. Now, I like calling the V10 the Gold Hunter because it specializes in detecting gold nuggets and coins. Now, one thing that I absolutely love about the V10 is the speed of detection, which I will show you in a bit. Right now, we're going to take a closer look at each and every search coil and the advanced technologies that they offer, starting with the V10. Now, we're going to start off by turning the metal detector on, and all we have to do is hit the power button for 3 seconds. And the first thing you'll notice is how smooth to the touch these buttons are. You've got your navigation buttons, the confirmation, the tab button, the settings, and the back button, as well as the turn on and off. And right at the back here is where you'll have your multifunctional handle button. Now, because the Quantum VX900 is as advanced as they get, the first thing you'll notice is the shape of the search coil that is plugged into the metal detector. Now, as we've mentioned before, each search coil has its own interface. So let's get started with the V10. So the first thing we're going to see is the graph mode, which displays signal strength for accurate target identification. Right over to the left, we'll have the target ID mode, which assigns unique numerical values to each type of metal that is being detected by this beast over here. And right under it, you'll have the pinpointer mode, and that is where the multifunctional handle button will come into use if you're looking for the exact spot of the metal that is being detected. Now, it is worth mentioning that the V10 comes with 2 different search technologies, the first one being the deep search mode and the second one being the iron rejection mode. Now, the deep search mode enhances sensitivity for detecting deeply buried coins and gold nuggets. And all we have to do is hit the confirm button, and as we can see, this little search coil animation that lights right under it, which means that it's working. And to reset the device, all we have to do is hold the handle button and we are running. So we're going to turn that off and move on to the iron rejection mode, which filters out unwanted ferrous metals, focusing only on valuable finds like gold nuggets and coins. And right next to it, you have the calibration mode. Now, mind you, the Quantum VX900 comes perfectly calibrated, but if you're in a wet soil or dry soil terrain, it is important that you recalibrate it if the metal detector is unstable. We're nearing the end of the overview of the V10 interface. Right next to it, you have the settings, which will help you control the language, volume, and display, and give you information about the V10 and Quantum VX900's controls all together. And last but not least, you have the gain and sensitivity. Now, again, the sensitivity and gain are automatically perfectly set, but for the more experienced gold hunters, they can calibrate it for a more deeper detection. And right over here, if you click the tab button, you'll see the shortcut of all of these settings that we talked about earlier. You have the volume, the display, vibration calibration, the AOD, and the button that takes you straight to the settings. And if we go back, we go right back to the search interface. Before we get to the V25, I'd like to give you a quick test to show you what the V10 is all about. So we're going to start off our test by this piece of ferrous metals. Now, mind you, the V10 specializes in detecting gold nuggets and coins, but I just want to highlight and show you how the graph and target ID work together. All we have to do is bring it to the back, front, And as you can see, we've got bars in red under 0 and numerical values under 0, which means that the V10 has detected a ferrous metal. And for our next test, we have this copper piece over here. Now, all metal detectors detect copper as a precious metal. So let's see how the V10 search coil reacts to it. As you can see, target ID numerical values in the positives and the graph bars over the 0, which means that this metal detector has detected a precious metal. Now, I want to show you something that is extremely unique about the Quantum VX900's V10. The speed of detection on this metal detector is like no other, ladies and gentlemen. And last but not least, we have this gold nugget over here, the V10 search coil's speciality. So let's see how the target ID and graph reacts to it. Ladies and gentlemen, so easy, so quick. The V10 is like no other. Now, the second search coil we're going to talk about is the V25. Now, I like to call this one the deep treasure seeker because it's capable of penetrating great depths to detect precious metals using 2D imaging. What? Yes, 2D imaging, everyone. So now that we've switched to the V25 search coil, the first thing you'll notice is the change of the interface layout. It's not all that different, but it has some unique technologies. As we can see here in the top right corner, you will see the change of search coil, which means that the Quantum VX900 has detected the V25. Now, we'll go over everything in detail in just a second, but I'd just like to show you a quick look around of the V25's interface. The first thing we'll have is the live search technology, which will help us get an approximate look and shape of the metal that is being detected underground, which will be confirmed by the 2D feature right over here. Right above it, you'll have the target ID, and if we go down, we have the calibration mode. Now again, it has been automatically set, but if you're on wet or dry soil, you can recalibrate. Now again, we have the deep search mode and the iron rejection mode. Right under them, we have the gain and sensitivity, the settings, and right over here is what will be different for you guys. If you take a closer look, you have 3 different colors: the blue, the yellow, and the red. Now, the blue showcases that there is live metal detection of any sort. The one next to it highlights precious metals, and the one right next to it highlights that there is non-precious metals being detected. So now that we've covered everything that the V25 interface presents, we're going to do a quick indoor test, which will be followed by an outdoor test for both the V25 and the Beast, the spaceship, the V35, which we'll get into in just a second. So the first test we're going to do is with this copper piece over here again. And the first thing we'll be showing you is how the live search technology works. As you can see over here, guys, you get a perfect circle. Now, in real life situations, this thing will be buried deep underground, showing you exactly what you have detected underground. Now, let's say that you have detected that piece of copper in real life underground. The second thing you'll be doing to pinpoint exactly where it is by going to the 2D imaging technology right over there. Now, I absolutely love how this feature works, and I'm not even going to say anything, I'm just going to show you guys. All we have to do is hold the handle button, and if we just scan in an S shape, we'll get the results. And as you can see right over here, the metal detector has detected in the top left corner a circular precious metal. Now, I'd like to mention one more thing before moving on to the V35, that most treasure hunters actually go through, which is this guy over here, mineralized stones. And it's that most metal detectors detect it as a metal. But with the Quantum VX900, that is not a problem that you will face. As you can see here, we have got a copper piece detected, and if we move on to the mineralized stone, there is absolutely no signal whatsoever of a detected metal. Alright you guys, so we are out in the open field to test out the one and only Quantum VX900. And to do that, we have custom made this examination area with 3 different depths to test out the metal detection on this bad boy. Alright, so as you can see here, the Quantum VX900 is not in my hands anymore. It's because it's with our friend at the Vertex team. Alright, so we're gonna start off the test by this copper sample over here over 3 different depths. So let's get started with the 50 centimeters. And as you guys can see here, it can't get any easier. And I'm gonna grab another metal sample to test it over the meter depth. And as you can see here, it catches it like a breeze. And last but not least, we're going to try out the last test, the 1.5 meter detection. Now, it is worthy of noting that if this Quantum VX900 detects this metal piece, we are talking about the most advanced, deepest detection technology in the world. So let's get into it. The Quantum VX900 is running, as you can hear, so let's start. And ladies and gentlemen, it is not even a competition. The Quantum VX900 detected the metal sample like it was nothing. And last but not least, hunters, the spaceship of metal detectors, the V35 active sensing unit. It is the first of its kind to detect at unprecedented depths precious metals, relics, and caves using 2D and 3D imaging, making it the most advanced search tool for professional treasure hunters. Alright hunters, everything has been said and now it's time for it to be done. The V35 active sensing unit detecting all types of metals, caves, and historical relics. Whether you're just starting out or you've got years of experience under your belt in the treasure hunting world, from exploratory searches to systematic searches, 2D, 3D imaging, the Quantum VX900, the V35 active sensing unit will be in showcase right now. As we can see here, we've got the third interface. So as we said, 3 different interfaces on the Quantum VX900. And now we're going to delve in deeper. If we look at the top right corner, we see that the search coiled icon has changed one more time. Now the user interface is a little bit different, but we've got most of the things on the V25. We've got the target ID right over here, and on the other side we have the live search technology as we've tested before on the V25. And if we go right down the middle, we have the calibration system, and right under it we have the scan imaging 2D and 3D settings for precise treasure hunting. And after we've set the scanning or imaging settings, we're going to go over the 2D and 3D imaging. Now, right now we don't have anything, but I will show you how it works in just a second. Right under it, we have the sensitivity and gain, and again, the graph that shows you what kind of metal you have. So now that we have gone over everything that the V35 active sensing unit presents as an interface, let's do a quick indoors test. The first thing we're going to do is calibrate the imaging settings, and to do that we have to go over to this icon over here and hit the confirm button. And this is where you'll choose if you want it to be manual or automatic, and right next to it is whether you want to go back and forth or just forth. And right under it is where you'll determine whether you'll be starting on the right or the left. And last but not least, how many steps you'll be taking back and forth and left and right. So now that we've got all of these settings in place, all we have to do is go back and go down to the 2D calibration mode, which is very similar to the V25. After hitting the handle button, we'll be presented with a graph based on the steps that we have set in the imaging settings. So as we can see here, we've got 4 squares left and right and 4 squares back and forth, as well as our starting point being at the left bottom corner. Now this is basically a top-down view of your search area, and it is needless to say that the V35 active sensing unit will detect at unprecedented depths. So right now we are ready to detect the search area that we have designated with the steps and movement that we have selected in the imaging settings. All we have to do is hit the handle button for each step we take. As you can see, that's where we take a step, and that's where we move on to the left and go back. Now, this is where I'll be bringing in the copper piece and hitting the handle button. And as you can see here, it has detected the copper piece, and we'll get right into what it looks like in 3D imaging. Now, before I finish the scan, I just want to show you that this is the copper piece that we have used, and as you can see, it looks exactly like the one that the Quantum VX900 has detected. Now, in real life situations, this is what it would look like if you would detect something underground. Now that the 2D imaging has been done, as you can see, we've got the copper piece detected right here. Now, it is worth mentioning that the V35 is the only scanner that can detect precious metals. So let's move on and let me show you how it looks like on the 3D imaging. We'll have the 3D imaging icon right over here. We're gonna go down and confirm. And look at this beauty, everyone. Just look at it. Now, if you think this is it, oh boy, there is so much more to the story. If we hit the first option, we'll get to play around with the X and Z axis of how our target looks like, even from the top-down view. If we hit confirm, as you can see, we can see how deep and how large our target is through the 3D imaging feature on the V35 active sensing unit. Now, because this is 3D imaging, you'll get to see exactly how it looks like as if you were underground. So if we're gonna confirm, you're going to see just exactly how deep it is. And to confirm the exact depth, all you have to do is go back, go down, and you have the depth option. We're going to go down with the navigation button until we reach the target. And as you can see, this target is 47 centimeters deep into the ground in a real life situation. And if we move back, this is where you'll get to zoom in and out of the precious metal detection. And if you go back one more time, right over here is where you'll have the exact coordinates, the Y, the X's, and the Z's. This video is not just to showcase the beauty of the Quantum VX900, but it is living proof that this metal detector over here is the undisputed king of metal detectors. Every feature has been laid out in front of you, and every claim has been demonstrated, and every question has been answered. The Quantum VX900 is undoubtedly the future of metal detection. So, are you ready to own the beast?